What you guys, got another video here for you. This is the QHora 301W by QNAP. It's their latest release and it's a decent router if you're looking to get one of the best routers on the market right now. This is exactly what you can expect to get inside the kit when you buy yours. You're going to get everything you need to get up and running here. So the first thing we'll look at is the user manual here, quick installation guide, very simple and easy to set up. I'll show you exactly what it's all about once we get further in the video, but this is in different languages and tells you all the specifications of the actual router itself. Next up, you're going to get your power plug, which is basically a kettle lead, what we call them in the UK, 3-pin plug here with the kettle end on the end here, which will go into the actual power brick itself. Now the power brick is pretty lightweight, but this is it here, plugs into here, and then on this side here you've got a long cable which does have some sort of barrel connector on the end of it here. That is your power brick. You're going to get an Ethernet cable here. That's also included in a kit, and also you've got the router itself. So this is the actual router, the front of the router. You can see here you've got all of your LED light display on the front here, which is going to tell you what you're connected to and what's actually happening on your router. So really nice, clean look interface. Made of plastic, this one, but it's still a pretty decent router. On the top, you've got their QNAP logo. Moving on to the side here, got plenty of ventilation on the side here. Moving on to the other side, we have more ventilation on this side as well. And then moving on to the back of the device, you can see we've got all of the inputs here. So we have got our DC input here, which is for our power. We've got a power switch here. Right next to your power switch, we've got the WPS on here as well. And next to that, we have our little reset area here. Right next to that, we've got our two USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports here, which is a nice touch. And then we've got two multi-gig, which is 10 gigabit Ethernet ports on here as well, which you can plug in your NAS drives and stuff like that into here. We've also got four 1 gigabit Ethernet ports on the back there as well. On the bottom, plenty of ventilation again, and you've got that VESA mount there, which you can use to mount to whatever you want here. And again, we've got these really good ventilation areas and these sturdy rubber feet on the bottom. Built inside, it has 8 internal 5 dBi antennas. The built-in CPU is a Qualcomm Hawkeye 2 quad core 2.2 gigahertz 64-bit CPU. Now it does have 1 gigabyte of memory, and flash is 4 gigabytes of eMMC. It supports the latest Wi-Fi 6, which is dual band 802.11ax, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, delivering up to 3600 megabytes per second transfer speeds. It also supports up to 6 SSD groups for different VLAN settings. Now it also comes with subscription-free SD-WAN for multi-site VPN. Now this optimized hardware is really great for performance for efficient wired and wireless networking. So if you've got a wireless network that you want to boost around your home or business, then with this Wi-Fi 6 you can get great coverage and super fast Wi-Fi speeds. Now if you want to know the full specification, then you can head over to QNAP and look up the QHora 301W, and it will give you a full specification sheet there, which you can read up and find out what this has to offer. It does have a lot of features, which I obviously can't cover all of them in this video. It's a pretty awesome router. So let's get this set up on the network here. So head over to QNAP and you can download the QFinder Pro for Windows, Mac or Ubuntu. Download this software and it should look something like this, and then do a scan and it will find the actual router on your network and any other devices that you have plugged in. So let's go ahead and install this. Very simple and easy to do. Just going to go through the motions here and get this quickly installed. And then once we get this installed, we can get it set up and set up an account for this particular router. So there we go. That's now done. So I'm just going to quickly untick this one here and click finish. And then this should open up the QFinder program, just like so, and you should now see your stuff listed up here. So let's click on this. It does have a firmware update, which I do want to update. It's very important that you keep the firmware updated. So I'm going to click on this and click OK. So this should now redirect us to the Q router here, which should let us set up our router with the smart installation guide. So let's now click on Start, and you can see set up and access QWAN. So click OK here and go next. Now you can choose DHCP static or whatever setting you want for your setup here. I'm going to use a DHCP for mine, and you can see it's going to start to try to connect. It does take a bit of time, so be patient. Now we need to choose our location in the world where we are. So mine is the UK, so I'm just going to try to find where it is listed here. And once you've got yours listed, you can click on that and click apply. And that's now done. So once that's done, you'll see firmware update, live update. You can see this is well outdated. So it's always important that you keep this updated because you'll get better performance. And also it's a new product, so they're obviously fixing bugs and stuff like that. So it's always important. Now I've gone ahead and set up an account with QNAP. So I've got that done. But if you've already got a QNAP product, maybe a NAS drive or something like that, and you've already got an account, you might be able to use that. I don't know. But again, once you've got your account set up, you should be able to get access to a lot of good stuff here. And again, once you get into your account settings, it gives you access to a load of good stuff inside here as well. So once you've got all that set up, you should be pretty much good to go. Now, if you're a QNAP customer and you've got a lot of their stuff, then you can obviously see it all listed on their menu system here. This is the actual router menu. As you can see here, the software or the operating system, whatever you want to call it, this is the back end for the actual router itself. You can see we do have our dashboard. We have our QWAN, clients, network, and our wireless virtual access point, NAT firewall, QVPN, and also parent controls, system, and firmware. Now, there's loads of good stuff inside this router, which I'm not going to touch on today. But if you want to see more about this router, then let me know in the comment section below what you want to see. But again, this is a really powerful router. If you're using the default router that comes with your ISP, maybe it's time to upgrade because those routers are pretty rubbish, and it's always best to upgrade your router whenever possible. I know a lot of routers in the United States are pretty bad, and it's always good to upgrade those. Now you can see USB settings here allow you to set up an FTP server, so you can access all your data. If you plug in, say, an hard drive in the back of your router, maybe you want to see a video on that, I can do that sort of video for you. Might be interesting to you to see how you can access your data via that method. Pretty useful. So that is the QNAP QHora 301W. If you're interested, I'll leave all the information in the video description. If I've only just scratched the surface of the features that this router has, there'll be more information in the video description where you can click on that and read up all about this awesome router, or router if you live in the States. Anyway, I think that's going to be about it. I just want to say a big special thanks to all my YouTube members who have joined my YouTube members group. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.